Went down to the river Jordan.
The Great Dismal Swamp is a silent witness to history.
When I walked the devil in hell, said Johnny baptized me.
There's evidence that even in the 1640s and 50s, there were Africans who had escaped from their owners and fled to the Dismal Swamp.
The cost of capture was high.
They were whipped, tied to a tree, and suffered.
Thousands were captured in the swamp, but thousands more used this harsh environment as a path to liberty.
The Underground Railroad activity really took place on the eastern side of the swamp.
The swamp served up obstacles on the road to freedom.
Poisonous snakes, ticks and chiggers. The reason it was called Dismal is because of the harsh conditions.
To see it up close, we hopped on board a John boat with Chris Lowy and Dolores Freeman. Chris is the manager of the Great Dismal Swamp, and Dolores educates visitors about its history and the role it played in the Underground Railroad.
And there was word of there's communities in here.
Archaeologist Dan Sayers unearthed artifacts to support the theory that not only did freedom-seeking slaves pass through the swamp, others chose to stay. Historians cite Sayers' work as evidence of the settlements.
Usually not more than about 4 or 5 family groups living in these small clusters throughout the swamp.
They became known as the Maroon communities.
They weren't hiding here. They were living in an alternative world.
Even today, there is no direct path that will lead you directly to where the Maroon communities lived in the Great Dismal Swamp. Keep in mind, in that time in history, it was hundreds of thousands of acres. Some of the islands were large pieces of land, just a few feet above water, which begs the question, how did they survive?
The swamp is also full of lots of wild fruit, nuts, all kinds of wild berries.
Historians note that the Maroons helped build the 22-mile Dismal Swamp Canal in the early 1800s, hiding in plain sight.
These runaway slaves living in those communities would barter items in exchange for their labor.
It was a quiet existence. Creating sound could lead to capture or death.
They didn't talk above a whisper. If you can imagine a whole group of little children not speaking above a whisper.
Today, we can only imagine. Amateur historian Eric Shepard says he traced his ancestry to Moses Grandy, a slave who bought his freedom while helping build the Swamp Canal. When he visits, he looks and speaks to the spirits of the past, hoping to unlock a path to the future.
I speak to those ancestors. Reveal yourself to me. I'm here. I'm looking for you.